Hello, everybody. Welcome back. That was a hell of a thing that we just did. I can't remember the last time. Now that I think about it, I've had like a dragon in Dungeons and Dragons. It's been a while.
And yet here we are.
And yet here we are. Good work.
It's so perceived overly tropey that nobody does it for fear of being.
Nobody does it anymore. Yeah.
That kind of attitude is how we get Zvarts. That's how we get Zvarts, by people being like, kobolds and goblins are overused. Let's make up a different kind of stupid kobold or goblin monster.
How dare you insult Zvarts?
No, Zvarts suck.
How dare you?
Fuck Zvarts.
Zvarts are fantastic. All I remember of Zvarts is from Baldur's Gate.
Exactly.
Going,
the people that made Baldur's Gate were too cool for goblins. We gotta get.
Well, there's plenty of
Zvarts.
kobolds in Baldur's Gate. Let me tell you.
It's true. Well, there's plenty of kobolds everywhere, and that's why we love them. So, the Rithnax the Brave, glorious Rithnax, Black Darkness Rithnax, has flown off to live to edgelord another day. He's been out-edged, and leaving the PCs behind, survivors. Unfortunately, Ellison, the eponymous scroll thief of the adventure, is toast, very toast, drowned, dead, stabbed, killed. And what remains is Rithnax's lair. So Gravaris, after sparing your companion Anastasia, I think this is what we fade in on, right? Is you in this like relatively small lair, right? Like it doesn't really like, it's not the entrance to a great tunnel, you know, it's just a little like, 30 foot by 30 foot like lump of stone and mud, and inside a modest pile of coin kind of jammed in the back. Rithnax was just getting started.
He was if we could beat him, he must have been real shitty.
He wasn't that shitty. He was just young. Young and stupid.
So if he was really stupid, he would have stayed for us to kick his ass, right?
In the treasure pile, you find nestled amidst rotting vegetation and bones lining the floor of the lair, you find 300 gold in coins and gems. So that's a thing that whoever is keeping track can keep track of.
Lane.
When you say whoever, you mean Dave.
Sure. Yep. 300 gold in coins and gems, as well as a suit of splint armor that's still in like okay condition, despite being like matted with blood. A fine magnifying glass, and a scroll of dispel magic.
That magnifying glass will be useful for the Lane and Gravaris detective.
Oh yes, absolutely. I will give you advantage where appropriate if you use the magnifying glass to like examine objects closely. Gravaris, you find a fine magnifying glass.
Aren't magnifying glasses stupidly expensive in the setting?
Anyway? I think so. It's hard to make optics, right, in the medieval era.
Yeah, like a compass.
Except magic.
But it's 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Can I rummage through lizard men and drowned humans?
If you want to drag Ellison's body up out of the water.
Totally, I do.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious, so I stay unconscious.
Okay. So you find on Ellison a now ruined copy of the Lords and Lineages of the noble families of Flan, completely waterlogged, just like swollen and destroyed.
I'm still totally gonna return it like this and be like
I
whatever.
found your stupid surface book. He seems to have expended all of his funds. He has an empty purse, and has no other articles of value upon him.
Can I take the book and I just Anastasia, you were carrying all the books, right? So I take the books and I just like drop it like right next to her like unconscious head.
I wish that I could make this canon, but John in chat just said, let's play Lords and Lineages. Yes, it's the 2nd edition Lords and Lineages Player's Handbook. And it contains...
Well, Lords and Lineages is a board game.
Right. Oh, it's the instruction
like
manual. Yeah. You can choose from exciting classes such as Chancellor and Suzerain.
Amazing. I'm really good at being suzerain.
So
okay, anyway, I drop it like
yeah,
right next to her
plop.
unconscious head. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, with a wet splash, it lands next to Buddy. Now, here's the thing: when Ellison gets dragged up out of the water, I think Graveris, you're a perceptive fellow, and you and Lane have been around long enough. You immediately recognize him. Now, in the heat of battle, you didn't, but you've seen this man before. We get like a quick flashback. Remember that? Of course you do. Remember when the whole Thunderwave incident happened at that bar?
Yeah, there was like an edgelord dude in there.
There was
right?
an edgelord dude in the bar talking to two nobodies. Those two nobodies ended up being
Those were the scribes.
Spurnick and Tybeam. This
Yep.
guy is the edgelord to whom they were speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And that's yeah. You suddenly are like, wait, I've seen this guy before in the background of a different adventure.
We have the
Like, all of
flashback
them
moment.
look the same to me.
Yeah.
And Graveris just smugly is like, of course it's him.
I
it.
knew all along.
Exactly. I knew it all along.
Yes, I know that.
Magnifying glass.
Yeah.
You're like, looking at his face. I know this man. Yeah.
Very good.
Well, the dragon has run, but we have accomplished our goals. We have the 3 books.
Can I be conscious?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's fine. No,
so
no, the
I-
game says you have to be unconscious.
I'm just
Shut up, Elf.
saying.
You're not allowed to
No.
play. Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, it's fine. It doesn't, there's no tension here.
So
There's
I
no
wake
reason not
up.
to.
I wake up a little while later and see this book next to me, and that it's in horrible condition and has been nastily destroyed. And I spare a moment in sadness for the book, and then I cast prestidigitation and I clean it all up.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. So the water is all like, I think it would require mending in this case. Like, I don't think it's
Then
dirty.
I cast mending.
Yeah, it's not dirty, it's broken. But I'll allow it. Yeah, like, so you, by use of your warlock magics, the powers of hell love fixing things, I guess. So, yeah.
The
Yeah.
powers of hell of
God,
fixing.
to be honest, I've been in a situation where, like, for example, with a computer, it's not working, and I'm like, Satan, if you're real, please you can have my soul. Let me fix this stupid computer. And then if it fixes, I feel like I would turn warlock like that just for mending. But yeah, you can repair the book. All the water is like seeped from the pages and dissolves. And you fix it. So it's fine.
I look around for people to show my impressive magic too.
Can the centipedes be like gone?
Lane, roll to resist being impressed. It's a DC 12 will save.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty good at those. Apparently.
Will?
Oh no,
No.
you were so impressed. You cannot resist but be impressed.
It was an incredibly
I see how that works.
it was an incredibly damaged book, and now it is clean. We're definitely going to get a better reward for a not broken one than we are for a broken one. So
It's true. Anastasia says, still covered in centipede bites.
I am very hurt.
We'd be totally gone now, please.
The centipedes are all gone, but the
They're totally
bites
gone.
remain. Yes, they've all wormed their way back into the.
I'm not gonna take the token away though.
Oh no.
Please
You gotta,
do.
he's
No,
gonna zoom in on the token. Hey, Adam,
Please
can you
do.
just show us that token? Can you
Yeah,
spell it?
Let's
no,
not.
definitely close your eyes up. Here it comes. No, I'll get rid of it. There you go. No more centipedes. Okay. The book is a mundane object, and you work your magic over it. It's fine. You fix it. One thing I will say that you notice, being perceptive adventurer types that you are, the pages torn from the books are nowhere to be found. They're not on Ellison. It seems that Rithnax took them with him when he fled.
Where?
Was he wearing a dragon satchel?
Could have been. Could have been.
Backpack.
Could have grabbed him in his back.
He's a
his back
fucking
talons.
magical dragon, and you're gonna argue about whether or not he can carry some stuff.
He grabs
Yes.
them in his
Yeah,
dragon
his back
claws.
legs. He could have grabbed them and took off. But yeah,
He has
point being,
Dragon
Paul.
claws of holding. You can just put infinite items in them. Doesn't matter.
they're pages. They're pages from a book. They're easy to carry. Yeah. So he seems to have taken them with him. Not that like, I mean, it just means that Rithnax and as a result the Cult of the Dragon have some information they might not have otherwise.
Okay.
So is there anything else that you want to do in the former Dragon Swamp?
Are there any more
fix-
things we need to pilfer from the lair
No,
of
the
said dragon?
lair is otherwise clear.
Well, then I believe we are.
He's not
we go back
molted
to
in
town?
little baby scales.
No. I mean, there's probably some like littered about the like floor of the lair. He's a filthy dragon.
Yeah, right. Like, I just want to take them to be like, yeah, we fought him, but he escaped.
Sure. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, some dragons are fastidious, others are not. Black dragons live in a pile of garbage, so it's fine. They're gross.
Okay. Yeah, don't need them for anything, just as a proof.
Okay.
And
Alright.
I'm happy to leave this terrible place.
Yeah.
because we're
So
all-
you leave one stinking quagmire for another and return to Flan. And where do you
Did you
go?
just call Flan a stinking quagmire?
Yeah, I mean,
Aw.
let's be real. Yeah, where do you go in Flan? What do you do? Do you return and tell
We've got to talk to Brandywine.
yeah, you go to
about
Brandywine because
stuff.
she's like your main contact at the library. But remember, Alade, Knight Captain Baral also wants to know. Knight Captain Baral,
Yeah.
she wants to know what happened to this thief because he broke the law, right? He took stuff. So.
I am eager to get rid of my enmity of the Black Fist.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go try to make a show of being like, yeah, we did this thing for you.
Okay.
I
did
also
the
need to
same.
talk to my Zentarum contact, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Because you were tasked with this thing
With
originally.
clearing the name of the welcomers.
I'm
Yes.
gonna take a bath.
Mm-hmm. So how are you going to prove that the welcomers didn't do this? Like, do you bring the body back with you? Because that's how you're going to prove to Alade that like we
We
caught
could
this
cut off
guy.
his head.
Yeah. No, we just have his corpse, whole corpse.
Yeah,
That's
bring the whole
heavy.
thing.
That's like dragging that around.
You can make like a sledge out of wood or something and drag him.
Yeah, we're
But
adventurers.
also,
We're-
like, are there any papers that would be like, we are the dragon cult, mahaha, because they're everywhere. Like, we have
No.
friggin' notes of everywhere. Like.
So that's something that you noticed, Anastasia. This guy has no strange tattoos, no amulet, no markings. Like he just seems like kind of like a regular guy.
He's not missing an ear.
No missing an ear.
Okay. Well, then that's proof enough.
No,
Well-
actually, the attack that killed him tore his ear off.
God damn it.
So, yeah, you're gonna have to try to prove that the ear was like.
Horseshit.
Look, when you arcane blast someone to
But I
death,
can
I roll
also-
on a
I can-
table of random
I
body
can
parts.
also like say that there was a black dragon named Rithnax involved. Like we know his name. We know like.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I can lead anybody back to everything that we've done. So.
yeah, I mean, there's a non-zero number of people who get arrested in Flan who are like, it wasn't me, a black dragon did it. His name is Rithnax, yeah, and he lives in the swamp over there. We should go check it out and not arrest me. No, I know what you mean though. If you bring the body back and you tell Alade your story, you've worked with her before. She doesn't really trust Graveris that much, but the rest of you, like, yeah. And
Wait,
so,
did we talk to Alade when I was still not a kobold the first time?
I think so. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
Morale doesn't. She doesn't know you, but
Yeah.
It'll be awkward, but whatever.
she knows Lane, and that's fine. So yes, returning to Night Brawl, she gives you your reward for bringing in the body. She says she would have preferred to see him hang from the walls, as is Flanite justice, but you know she'll take what she can get.
Still hanging.
Reverse will just chime in with, well, we did bring the body that he might be put on display.
Yeah, and so she's like, well, yeah, he's in good shape. He'll hold a few days of good viewing. So she sends some grunts away to like string up his body on the wall. And let's see what her reward for you is.
Might be a little waterlogged.
Only for a moment. You dunked him. It's cool. Let me see what she promised you. The bounty for returning this dude is
Like, everything's 50.
50. Yeah. Yeah. So she gives you 50. 50 gold. Thanks you for your hard work. Graveris, yes, you can lift your bane of disadvantage with the
Yay.
The enmity of the Black Fist is lifted.
Yeah.
The heat's off.
That's right. You produced heat with the Black Fist. However, the Welcomers, I think still, some of you have a bane with the Welcomers, right, for murdering their friends, so they still don't like you.
I don't,
Yes, I still have the enmity.
somehow.
Commerce.
Yeah.
Wait, I do actually.
Yeah, if you were there for that murdering of the explorers, you definitely have it.
It's okay. I'm helping them right now.
Cool. Okay.
Or I recorded it somewhere else. Anyways.
Flan would actually be a good setting for a game of Blades in the Dark if you wanted
It
a
would,
more
yeah.
high fantasy version instead of Duskwall. You could totally do a Forgotten Realms.
Flan like fits the bill.
Flan fits it perfectly. Yeah, it's a city, a corrupt city full of like thieves and guilds and.
Except that it's
backstabbing.
called Flan, and like every time I say it, I like laugh.
Yeah.
can't.
Well, you know.
Every time I say it, I just remember this one really good flan that I ate.
Yeah, it's too delicious.
It was, and I'm sad I'm not eating it right now. It was like a little bit cinnamony, and
It's actually named after the dessert. No, it's not. That's not true at all. Okay, cool. So the Night Brawl gives you your reward and thanks you. And while that's happening, are you doing this like one thing at a time, or are you blades in the flan? Are you all gonna go together to see each of your contacts? And also,
Well,
are
we're
you
not
gonna...
going together to see my contact. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that
of
much.
course. Are you
Oh,
are you gonna
Chris
go
is
back
like,
and tell
"Where
the
you going,
people?
Anastasia? I want to come along. We're best friends."
So now you have the slightly damaged versions of those other books, right? Like Lane, you took the copy of the Weave and the other one. Now they're missing pages, the Weave and the memoir, but you can return those as well.
Yeah, we're totally gonna return all the books to Brandywine, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not even going to
Brandywine.
go straight
Yep.
over it.
I have the whatever Lords and Lineages one. So
Okay, all right. So let's play that out. So you go back to the library. It's several days later. You've rid yourself of the body of the thief, Harrison Bergeron, or whatever his actual name is. Yeah, you find yourself at the library in Casper Brandywine's office. You've been sitting in there for.
Casper's small fry. I want to go to the head guy. He said I was allowed.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to just go straight to him and ignore her, that's fine.
Aw.
Because he doesn't. I mean,
you guys drop the books off. I've got a no appointments needed relationship with the King Libraries.
I mean, I don't
With,
know
like,
if that's necessarily
with
true.
like
No
freaking
appointments forever.
Chief Archivist Sassy Pants McGee or whatever. They.
Aponriel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's my
I mean, that's
brother.
what I said.
So, so you visit. So you want to go there directly, Lane? You want to skip Casper? Does anybody actually want to talk to little halfling Brandywine? Because she's so fun. and
Yeah, you
interesting.
should.
Yeah, we-
Yeah.
She's the one that gave you the job. Or...
Those of us who aren't,
Assholes.
yeah,
well, then I
so-called
guess I would go
superhero
see the head dude
vigilante
then.
justice.
All right. So let's do the Graveris and Anastasia. You go to see Kasra. And so Kasra's office, you're in there, you've been there a little while, and she finally like comes back from whatever she was doing. She's carrying a big stack of books. She's a halfling, so it's extra comical. And she dumps them on the floor next to her desk. And she looks eagerly up at you as she steps up into the chair. She sits on like a tall stool because it's a human-sized desk. So she like gets up on the stool and like leans over and she's like, "So I presume if you've come back, oh my!" And she notices only two of you. She's like, "Are your friends all right? What happened? I hadn't heard from you after you went downstairs and there was that terrible noise and."
They're fine. We fought we fought a black dragon, but they're fine. Yes.
You did.
And
You did
I
what?
like push the book I have like onto the desk.
She's like, "I'm sorry. I think I misheard you. You fought what?
A black.
Black dragon.
And you all lived?"
Well, he was cowardly and he ran away. Otherwise, it may have been a problem.
Fascinating. You have to tell me everything.
I mean, I'm presuming he, but it could have been not. I don't. I
And
don't know.
Grace is like, "No, we don't."
And she kind of gets like this downtrodden look, like, but a first-hand account of a dragon. Why not?
I look to Graveris as well. I'm like, why exactly not?
It's hardly one for the storybooks.
But I mean, I was overcome with. Never mind.
I groveled so hard.
Yeah, she was like, "That was definitely the coolest thing I've ever
seen. Yeah.
my whole
So
life." I was
she,
like,
yeah. So she says, she's like, Ellison was a dragon?
No, he was talking to a dragon.
in the employ.
Oh, yes. I suppose that does make more sense. And where is he?
Hanging from the walls.
Distasteful stuff. And did he say anything? Did he explain why he took the books?
all I heard him say was, oh, bleh, something like that.
Not very forthcoming then.
No.
Strange.
The look of a haunted man.
Something like die interlopers and then.
Yes, he accused you of meddling in his plans. No. So she says, but you found all 3 of the books.
Though not all of their pages.
And she gets this look of both curiosity, where she's like, ooh, a mystery, but also like, book defacement, horrible.
Book defacement.
She like, grits her teeth and shakes her head. She's like, shame. Irreplaceable, those. Did you find the pages? We might be able to rebind the book.
It is our thought that perhaps the dragon has these pages, and that's what Ellison was sent to fetch. Information, the particular information that they were after, on those pages, removed from the books and carried away.
Where did you find the books? On his body?
Variously, yes. his body.
They were sort of scattered.
Well, so yeah, remember, he only took 1 book with him. The other 2, he cut the pages out of and left in the library.
Well, no, one was in his backpack.
Yeah, 1 was on him, and the other 2 were in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other 2, well, this one, the Lordson lineage is like tapping it.
Yeah.
Was with him, but the other 2 were left here, down below. He just took the pages.
Yeah, she takes the book and she doesn't open it. She just like runs her thumb across the like edge of all the pages and looks at you, and she's like, strange, nothing cut out of this one. But there were pages missing from the other 2, you say. Did they have anything in common, or did they seem just cut out at random?
We don't know what was cut out because we don't have those things. We only have the absence of those things. You would be able to tell us whether or not they had anything in common, I'm sure. Knowing the books, or at least assuming that you know the books. Somebody must. But we are not scholars. Well, I am, but differently.
What's that, Dave?
We worked it out. During one of my short rests, I kind of like backwards looked at it, and it's like stuff to do with the pool of radiance and dragon cult, right? Like we did that.
Yeah, it was the only pages missing were first-hand accounts of like things about the about pools of radiance. The one in Flan particularly.
Yeah, so that's what we know that's what it's to do with. That was missing.
I mean, there was a spyglass.
Okay then, stuff to do with pools of radiance. Not what I said before.
Okay. Yeah. So she shakes her head and she says, ill news indeed. Flan has a bad history with dragons and pools of anything really. I'll have to tell Master O'Panriel about this.
I believe our companions have already gone to do such a thing.
Diagonal wipe too. So in O'Panriel's office, what have you told him, Lane? What do we cut in on? Like, I imagine it's not, we don't need to rehash the whole conversation, but what have you told him already?
I've told him, yep, his intuition was correct. It was this particular person. He was working for a dragon cult, and specifically a dragon, which we fought. They're going to need to do some repairs in the archives. And then I'm trying to sell him on Harper library insurance.
I am moving around his office silently, nudging things out of their proper place.
Bastard. All right. So the impression you get from him is that his first and foremost concern is like, well, I knew it was Ellison. I never trusted that guy in the first place. Of course it was him. I knew it. They should have listened to me. I told them in the hiring department. Like, he's just, that's his main focus. But also when you're like, yeah, but like pools of radiance and dragons and stuff, he's like, yes, adventurer stuff. Of course. I'm sure you'll handle it. Do you mention like the Harpers by name?
No, I'm just like, I have a do I know Leander is also a Harper?
I don't think we're close enough that I would divulge that information to you. So if your Harper agent people have divulged that information, then
You're definitely not Harper. Sorry, I don't get to say that often enough anymore.
Yeah, so I guess I just say, Oleander, I have another matter to discuss, but it's in private.
Okay, so
like-
you go into the guy's office. You're like, I have to talk about something with my friend. Can you leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like go up to the desk.
No, like you can leave his office and go stand in the hallway, but he's not gonna
No,
leave
I
his
go-
own office.
I go
Oh,
up to
I mean,
no, he-
Oleander needs to leave.
Right.
asking you to
Okay.
leave.
I was wondering about that. Okay.
So I go up to the desk and I look at Lane, who I'm assuming is like sitting in front of the desk. Are you sitting in front of the desk?
No, I'm standing.
You're standing. You're still like facing the guy behind the desk though?
Yeah.
Anyway, you said that before that there was a ink pot on his desk, so I tip it over and then leave.
You ass. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
Yeah. The pot just spills on the desk, and he's like, "What? I never." And like, he just like grumbles as you leave the room, and he's like trying to like clean it up.
Mm.
And then yeah, Lane, he looks at you, and like, bad start to the conversation. He's like got ink all over his hands. And he's like, "What do you want?"
Yeah, I'm sorry about her. I don't know. I don't think she can read. I think it upsets her when there's a lot of things. Anyway, I was hoping to talk to you about continued support and assistance to this place. Just so stuff like this doesn't happen again.
He
We mentioned it before.
he scowls, and he says, "What are you trying to get at?"
I think something that's rather innocuous and hopefully mutually beneficial. I have contacts in the city who would both very much love access to the materials in this place, and in turn would be more than happy to kind of defend it, keep better tracks, do background research on the form and the new hires, I suppose, make sure stuff like this doesn't happen again, as I say. Lane never says stuff. He says better words than I do.
Sure,
he's
that's fine.
noble.
Lane talks better than me.
Can I be attempting to eavesdrop?
You don't even have to attempt. Like, I think you can just stand outside and listen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm totally doing that.
Yeah, I think make a persuasion check. Let's see how he responds to this.
Okay.
Nice. All right. So he kind of huffs a little bit, and you can see him like dealing with like his pride, and he's like, I've made plenty of deals before, these kinds of things, protection for the library. The amount of gold that I pay the city watch is extortion enough, but he like looks down at his hands and at the mess on his desk. He's like, if you can keep that dark elf away from us, perhaps there's something in what you say. Who are these friends of yours?
Yeah, so I like reach, because I can't keep the pin on myself because I'm wearing like plate armor now. There's nowhere to pin it. So
I
I've
mean, you
got
wear
it on, like,
clothes under your armor, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's not like you just put
exactly.
the armor on
So
naked. So it's like on your collar underneath, or like.
yeah, I reach under my like gorget or whatever I've got. Gorget, I don't know how to pronounce
I
that.
think Gorget is correct.
Garget. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like reach under there and I produce like this small pin
Mhm.
and I put it down on the desk.
Yeah, he looks at it and says, "Hail Hydra." Yeah, he looks at the pin and he frowns and he's like, "The Harpers, meddlesome folk. No, we don't need their kind."
Meddlesome. I thought our goals aligned rather well, and that's why I suggested it.
He shakes his head and he says, if that's what your Harper overlords have told you, then you're being sorely misinformed. Yes, the popular story is the Harpers, heroes of the Dale Lands, protectors of the common folk, collectors of useful information. But what do you think they use that information for, my boy? Political means. Manipulation. They're controllers, those folk. Not these heroes they tell you that they are. You'd be best to, he like taps his head, give good thought to who your masters really are, boy.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. If it's something you're not interested in, then I suppose we never had this conversation. Not that it matters hugely to me otherwise. Like I say, I thought it was in your best interests. I I personally, I personally was against this from the start. If you remember our earlier conversations, this is something that I felt deeply about, regardless of the potential dragon slaying that had to go on otherwise.
Yeah, and he says, don't don't misunderstand me. It's not that we don't appreciate the work that you've done. Facing down a dragon is no small feat. The fact that you returned alive at all is impressive and speaks to your caliber as a warrior, but... And he like looks down at the pin as you pick it up, and he's like, but... I say this only because I think that you have a future ahead of you, boy. Careful with the Harpers. I mean that. They're more dangerous than you think. Now, I have important books to peruse. Go on. And kind of gestures for you to leave.
Yep. I think that's fine. I think I can trust him to not give stuff away, so I will simply, with a practiced cape swoosh, because you have to.
Swoosh that cape for me, Dave.
The exunt swoosh. It's so good.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Excellent.
done.
Okay. So what else requires doing?
I have to talk to Centaur in
Yes,
person.
Casra suggests that you you return the books to their technical owners, right? Because you know, the library is they own the books, but they're still technically under the care of the individuals who gave them who they were given out to. You got to follow protocol.
Even after they got stolen, really?
Yeah. Look, it's still like she shows you. She's like, look on the ledger, still technically the person in charge. You got to go give it to him. Then they can return the book when they're done with it. We got to follow through. with these
Astra
things.
do that? Jeez.
No, there's protocols. Listen, she's very lawful. They all are. It's a library. It's full of lawful people.
Can I find my scribe friend?
He's not your friend. He hates you. And
What?
you're talking about the guy you've been harassing about your pornography, of his pornography, right?
No,
that
I
was
didn't
the-
do that. I was so nice.
No, Elf has a scribe friend who
Okay.
they talked about kobold mating rituals. and
Yes,
stuff.
that one. Yeah. I mean, friendship is maybe not the word I would use to describe that, but curiosity certainly.
I just want to go tell him all about my dragon fight.
Yes.
How
yeah,
I was brave and stuff. I'm
absolutely.
gonna give him the exclusive scoop.
Good. Okay. Yeah, he's regaled with your tale of groveling and being bitten by centipedes, unless you embellish it somehow.
I mean, of course I do.
Yeah? All right. Cool. Great. How you turned the mighty.
I
powers
do
of
mention
hell.
that I was in awe of the dragon, however.
Dragons are pretty awesome, even the crappy ones. All right. So I guess that's the thing, right? Like, do you return in the kind of like denouement? Do you return the books to their owners? Do we get like the montage of like the wizard's shop and like the dwarf crying because the pages have been torn out of his beautiful book, like all that stuff?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
commiserate with him. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I have a few questions just to figure out like rewards and stuff.
I still have to talk to my centaur in person.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So that'll be the very last thing you do. So the splint armor that you recovered from the thing, I assume you're gonna take it and sell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
we already have plate and no one else can wear the
Okay.
splint. 'cause
All right. So it's worth 100 gold.
Give it to the kobold.
Knight Burrell gives you 50 gold, which you've already got. Do you keep or sell the magnifying glass?
Keep.
Keep it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
All right, it's 50 gold. But you can sell it anytime. Just make a note. You got some gold already from the backpack. Okay, so Aya and Martin both pay you for returning their books. So that's another 50 total from them together, 25 each. And then Kasra pays you the reward of 50 gold for doing the job. So lots of gold. You're Elf, you're
Before we
keeping.
return the lords and lineages thing. Can we like examine that more closely, perhaps with the magnifying glass? Like, is there anything about it that would be reason why they kept it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, yes, you can examine it, but no roll will give you any more information. You have as long as you need, and you could read the book like word for word, and it wouldn't reveal any more
Okay.
to you.
Yep, that was
Um,
my only question.
I just like the idea of Oleander reading the Lotus and Lineages with a magnifying glass the whole time. Like,
yeah, it's very interesting. And
Getting progressively more frustrated with the fact that it's hard to read human language.
yeah, and you've got
Jerks.
the headband of intellect, which you recovered. All right.
it beautifully adorns
So,
the head of Graveris.
So everybody gains a renown point. You gain one no matter what. Is there anyone who's not? It's 3 Harpers and a Zentarum, right?
Yep.
In the group. Okay. All right. So let's have that scene. So, for turning Ellison in, unfortunately they wanted him alive, but it's fine. This is good enough. Word has gotten out that it was an independent operator, and so the Zens can take credit for that among the welcomers. So you'll get an additional renown point for that.
Double renown.
You gain 10. Everybody gains 10 downtime days to spend, and then the number we're all waiting for. Let's work out XP for the adventurers. So, you defeated Rithnax. Let me bust out my calculator here. Didn't kill Rithnax, but that's okay. You still get the XP for him. Defeated Rithnax. You killed 2 carrion crawlers, right?
Yep.
Okay. You killed a bandit
Bunch of
captain.
bandits. Yeah.
You killed
For women, wizard folk.
Spectre, the guys, little shadows. Okay, yeah, you killed pretty much, you defeated pretty much all the combat awards. The non-combat awards, you thoroughly investigated the thefts, you returned the stolen works to Kassara. You detected Aegon's falsehood. You guys totally maxed out. Everybody gets 600 experience. So that's good.
Praise experience.
Does that result in any level ups for anybody?
Yeah, Lane and I are level 4 now.
Nice. So that gives you 2nd level spells, Graveris?
Yeah. I mean, assuming I choose to level as a
Right, yes, you could
cleric,
level
which I
up
am
rogue.
doing.
But yeah, level up. So you're
I
gonna
think-
your 3.
I think at level 5, I'm going to be cleric 3 rogue 2, because then I get the cunning actions, which are super good.
Yes, yeah, good call.
Sure.
Cool. So you're still all within the changing around stuff about your character's range. So it's between adventures. You can do that if you like. Oleander,
I had a question
Yeah.
about that, but I'll need to. I might race change.
Okay.
I'll need to talk to someone who has Volos.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean we can talk about that.
What race are you
We can
looking
talk about
at?
that now. I've got all the
Some
access
kind
here.
of ASMR thing, like maybe Mask is just like, "Yo, you're cool."
The
to
ASMR
race."
are cool as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I've got the info here if you want to know like what their deets
Yeah,
are.
what are ASMR like?
So the Asmar are strident foes of evil. They're kind of like they're the tiefling equivalent of angels.
Yeah.
And you have choices of sub Asmar to be.
Can I be an edgelord ASMR?
Yes, that is one of them. Yes, the edge angel. So your options are you can be a
Edgelord.
protector Asimar. They are charged with the powers of good to guard the weak, strike at evil wherever it arises, and rage vigilant against the darkness. You can be a Scourge Asimar, imbued with divine energy that blazes intensely within you, a powerful desire to destroy evil. Or you can be a Fallen Asimar, touched by dark powers, or who turns to evil in early adulthood to become one of the Fallen, a group of Asimar whose inner light has been replaced by shadow. You gain, so the Asimar base stuff is, let me see, +2 to your, where's your stats? I don't care about all this lore bullshit. It's +2 charisma for being an Asmar. You get 60-foot dark vision. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. You gain healing hands, so you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of HP equal to your level. You can cast light as a cantrip. You can speak, read, and write celestial in common. And then as a fallen Asimar, you gain +1 to your strength. You gain, at 3rd level, which you are, you gain the ability to unleash divine energy, causing your eyes to turn into pools of darkness, and 2 skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings spread from your back. All creatures within 10 feet of you that can see you must make a successful charisma saving throw or become frightened of you till your next turn. And the transformation lasts for a minute. During it, once each of your turns, you deal extra necrotic damage to one target when you damage it with an attack or spell equal to your level.
Damn, that's powerful.
So you take on like necrotic shroud form. You go full edgelord. Your wings,
Full edge
your
lord.
dark wings sprout from your back. Everyone's like, ah, scary, and then you like necrotize them as you deal damage as a bonus action.
I'm gonna think about it.
So yeah, ponder that.
Full edge lord.
Yeah, it's probably the edgelordiest of all of the character races, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an option. And you can do that when you level up. Oleander and Anastasia, how far are you from leveling?
We're at 1,800 experience, so we are 900 experience from level.
So we won't
So
even.
two adventures.
2 adventures, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I get level 2 spells now and a extra level 1 spell.
And that's like the last level 1 spell you'll get for the rest of the game, right? Like you've maxed out. Clerics max out on first level spells pretty quick.
Yeah, like you only get 4.
Yeah.
Forever. Or no, until 10th level, then you get 5.
Right,
or no,
yeah.
sorry, I'm looking at cantrips. Yeah, so
Forever, yes.
forever.
Thank you, Adam.
So my 2 spells that I'm going to take, so this is in addition to my domain spells, which are Pass Without Trace and Mirror Image. I also have Prayer of Healing and Find Traps.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Dave, are you going to take another level of Paladin?
Sure am.
Nice.
Yep.
So I
I've
presume you're
done-
just going to be more damage and harder to kill?
Yep, more HP. Since I'm level 4 in a class, I'm going to take another feat instead of an ability score
Ooh,
improvement.
Yeah, because you're a human. Nice.
Oh yeah, so
Are you taking alert?
I am absolutely taking a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I figured.
if I'm multi-classed, but my total level
Yes,
is 4,
you get a
do I
feat, or you get a feat, or an increase to take a feat. The increase to the stats are
I
almost never
don't think
worth
you
it.
do actually.
I don't think you do.
Oh, really? You have to be. It's your 4th class level.
It has to do with your class.
Because
Hmm.
yeah, the ability score improvement is like a 4th level X class improvement.
Yeah, every
that's
class has
so
it at
weird.
4th. Every class has it at 4th level, but it is a class thing.
So
It's
you
to
could multi-class.
disincentivize
When's your
multi-classing.
second feat that you get? Level 12?
8.
No, it's 8.
It'd
It's
be
every
8,
4
but it's your
levels.
8th.
Oh,
It's your
okay.
8th level at the class. That's
I was
fascinating.
wondering if you could
Interesting.
hack that.
Yeah, so you won't actually get to do that until you're level 5. Then if you take 4 as a cleric.
If I take 4, but really it'll be not until I'm level 6.
6. Yeah, okay,
'cause
that makes sense. Yeah,
Progress.
yeah, okay, all right. Weird.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I-
different than what I would have expected.
And a change from the previous
Yeah.
way that used to work. So.
Correct. I think that's why it's a bit confusing to me. That's okay.
I really
okay.
like Alert on Lane because
Oh, yeah, there it is.
he was a rogue before.
Yeah.
Like he totally knows how to not get surprised. He knows how to get a bonus on his initiative and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's like reincorporating background features back into the character
Yeah,
in a
totally.
cool way. Like, also, it's really really good.
Cool. All right. So I hope that y'all had a good time with DD EX 106.
Yeah, we did.
Next time that we play, I also hope you like swamps, because the next adventure, DDEX 17, is called Drums in the Marsh.
Lovely.
Would you like me to read you the back of the box text?
Yeah, do it.
All
do
right.
it.
Please.
So drums in the marsh. For the past several nights, drums have been heard on the wind coming from the twilight marsh. Each morning, more turn up missing from nearby farms, leaving only muddy, clawed footprints heading towards the marsh. Can you help find the lost and bring justice to the abductors? An adventure for 1st to 4th level characters. Sweet.
Great.
Get that sweet marsh action going on.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love marshes.
Hot swampy
marsh
action.
Hot
Well, look, it'll
swampy
let you
marshes.
get out of Flan for a little while, and you can go and explore. You can explore
Sweet.
Twilight Marsh.
Fucking sweet deal.
Cool. Yeah. this
I've
makes
never
sense.
liked. I since becoming about 2.5 feet tall, I've really grown to love swampy, gross water.
Mhm.
And having to trek through things that will literally swallow me up whole. Seems great.
I will tell you this about the next adventure. There's a non-zero chance that there'll be giant goats. So
Yeah.
Are they size large
Giant
creatures?
get ready for giant goats.
Are they large
I
size?
don't know
know.
if I can ever be ready for giant goats.
Giant goat. A giant goat is indeed a large beast.
Oh my goodness.
Then I'm probably gonna change my hunter thingy.
Right? You're like, I hate goats now. I'm really against a goat.
No, I mean like instead of
I
horde
know.
breaker, giant killer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up to you.
Just 4 goats. Yeah, okay, that's just
No, for
Oh,
dragons, and then later.
I speak goat.
Goats, goat men, whatever you like.
Oh no, it's Diablo.
Cool.
I speak goat.
So that's today's
That was
adventure.
so short.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
a short one. Yeah.
Well, we just
Shit.
had the big set piece thing to do, and you did it. You fought the dragon. Nobody died, and that was that. So why don't we say our goodbyes?
I have
that'll-
one question.
Yeah, dude.
How likely is it this is going to get reincorporated?
The
there
dragon being alive?
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
That's cool.
It definitely matters to the rest of the adventures, whether Rithnex dies in this adventure or not.
That's really cool. It's just sometimes they seem a little bit disjointed, but
Now this
Yeah.
Rithnex is a character of note. It's one of those things I think where later, I haven't read every page of every adventure, but I've flipped through it. It's one of those things where it's like, if Rithnex died in DDX 106, do this instead. Like make this choice or use this NPC.
yeah, there's going to be like one fight that was super like reasonable, but now it also has a dragon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah, Rithnex got away.
It's Rithnex and Rithex's mom.
Lady Rithnex, yeah. Yeah, cool.
Mom next.
Great. Yeah, so good work against the dragon, everybody. Tomorrow, of course, we're back for Apocalypse World. I'm gonna do my prep for that in a little bit. I've got a little extra time between now and then. We'll do that at 3:00 as usual. But let's bid our audience farewell. Elf, why don't you go first? Where can people find you on the internet if they want to do so?
Well, everyone. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me. Well, everyone. Hello. Yes, I'm Distracted Kobold. Distracted Elf, actually. You can find me at twitch.tv/distractedelf or on Twitter at distractedelf. I'm doing a bunch of stuff with these fine people here, Thursdays and Fridays. It's my favorite times of the week. And also Mondays now on my own channel, Blades in the Dark. You should check that out Monday evenings, definitely. Andrew's in it too. So, you know, there's that added incentive. Plus, I do lots of other stuff throughout the week. I've been playing a lot of Blood Bowl recently while everybody else has been playing Final Fantasy. And being saltier than I have ever felt in my life. So that's cool. If you want to see me angry, I have an emote for just that reason. You know, it doesn't get a lot of use, but this week, ooh, elf salt is through the roof, my friends. So there you go. That's what I do. And this evening I'll probably be doing something. I don't know what yet. Either a cooking stream because I got the World of Warcraft cookbook.
I saw that on Twitter.
Sent to me by the person who sent me this lovely kobold, Koboldicus. So I'll probably try and cook something from that and maybe set my kitchen on fire, or I'll play some multiplayer game like Overwatch or whatever.
So are the instructions in the World of Warcraft cookbook, take all the ingredients, put them in a pile in a leather bag, and then do
'Kay,
this until food?
Listen. There is a section in that book where it's spices, and it's like, this is how you make the spice we're gonna tell you to use later. It's like the northern spices section. But what I can tell you is that on Friday I'm getting drunk on kungaloosh. That's for sure. Like
Wow.
it's in the book, like how to make kungaloosh. So I'm gonna make some and get drunk on kungaloosh.
Can you make Noggenfogger's elixir, or is that
You can make savory deviant delight.
turn into a pirate or ninja?
And crunchy spider surprise is in there too.
That's super
there's-
cool.
It's great. It's a super great book. I totally recommend it.
Excellent.
Anyway,
Well, there you go. So make something out of it, and we can all watch you.
I'll try.
Not burn your house
Anything to get nerds eating real food.
I'll try.
down. Andrew, what about you?
I'm Andrew. I'm a snobby jerk nerd. I'm snob type and nerd type.
Snob type and nerd
Why
type.
comments like the one I just made.
I'm
You can
building your
find me
sim
on
in my head
Twitter
right now.
at Commuting Crow. You can find me on twitch.tv/actualfactual. You can follow me on Patreon or support me on Patreon. That's what you do on that one. I do this show. I'm doing a show with Elf. I'm doing some other show hopefully soon. Stuff's still getting figured out for some more content. And then this week I'm going to be doing, or like over the next 7 days, I'm going to be doing some more streaming of game development stuff because I'm working on a shoujo anime role-playing game slowly but surely. So you can check that out.
Excellent. Cool. Blue Jay?
Me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Blue Jay. This show is way too short.
Look, you didn't die. That's we
I
should be
know,
happy
right?
with that.
I know, right, Blue Jay. I'm sitting here like,
And
oh,
we got another show tomorrow, so just hold your apocalyptic horses tight.
I can't hold
I
them.
can't have control. I don't have control over these horses, okay? Anyway, I'm Blue Jay, twitch.tv/Blue Jay, Twitter, Blue Jay with numbers. Yes.
Blue Jay with numbers.
Yeah. I play a lot of Overwatch and Civ 6. I do silly things like make mine and Elf's dead characters fall in love on The Sims.
Yes.
That was pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, we're girlfriends now, so that's a thing. And yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Dave, before you go, I want to tell you that the last couple of days in my chat as I've been playing Final Fantasy, people have noticed that you're not around and are like, "Where's Dave?" I haven't seen Dave in a few days. What you been up to, Dave?
I've also been playing that game.
Mhm.
That's actually really sweet. I'm
Yeah.
very happy. Yeah. But yeah, like that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm not streaming it because I don't have a streaming capable PC at the moment. But that's getting fixed. I finally ordered one. I'm going to be building that. That's going to be fun. I'm not going to stream building it either because it would have to have been built for me to be able to stream it being built.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not going to use my like limited time traveling powers on such like a trivial thing. So
That's a
sorry
good call.
about that.
You joke, but I definitely had people when I was setting up my 2 PC setup, people being like, "Stream the setup," and I'm like, "I can't." No, like, I would love to, but it's not physically possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Time travel, I guess, is the answer.
Yep. But once that's down, got some cool ideas for some stuff. We're gonna do some design-minded streaming. I'm probably gonna when it gets closer to being made, hit up the Discord and get some ideas from everybody on what games are going to be good to look at for different design aspects. Like specifically, going to talk about UI design on stuff. We're going to talk about balance. So I might have to actually get and play some competitive games to get a better idea of what's going on there. And we're probably going to talk about combining story and setting with mechanics in the same way that you talk about with tabletop design, but we'll be doing it for some video game stuff.
Sweet,
So
that sounds really exciting.
yeah.
Can you make your first stream talking about why the UI for fast travel in Final Fantasy 15 is so bad?
It's really bad.
It's really bad. Like really bad. Like pressing the go button goes back and like it's a nightmare. Can you start there? Because I'd love to see that video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Adam wants you to describe his nightmares.
Yeah, please. Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to you getting started on that stuff, Dave. Everybody, give Dave a follow so you can keep track of it when that's time to happen.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go. I will be gone for a brief period of time, and then we'll be back because I got to prep for tomorrow's episode of Apocalypse World with these fine nerds. So that'll happen at 3:00 today. And otherwise, we'll be back with more D&D. In a little bit. Now there's going to be some scheduling changes because I'm away next week. So I think we're going to skip a week and we'll be back on some alternate days the week after. But I'll make sure that we let everybody know both on my Twitter Skinny Ghost, and on the Roll20 Twitter as well. So keep an eye out for that. And the VODs for all the stuff this week will be on YouTube. You can use the off week to catch up on
Celebrate
yeah,
my birthday.
catch up on other things, and yes,
Use the
celebrate.
off week to wish me a happy birthday.
All right, there you go.
Wait, what day is your birthday, Blue Jay?
The 7th.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 27, so
Wow.
old,
Ancient.
really
Blue,
old.
Blue Jay older than me.
All right, children. I'm gonna go. Thanks for coming, everybody. As always, a delight. We'll see you next time for more Dungeons and Dragons. Bye, y'all.